Hey folks, it is week 5 and it is Thursday, September 24th, and this is your daily forecast. So, today you are going to learn all about assignment 2. So, the first thing I want you to do is take a moment to watch this video introduction of assignment 2, and then thereafter, please carefully read the assignment 2 handout. Okay? Perfect. Then I want you to make a note of these due dates because these are the due dates for assignment 2. Cool? Super. So the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to watch this micro lecture on how to craft an annotated bibliography entry. All right, so there's a video that talks about how to do that, and I'm using the Tobin et al. Article that we already read in class together so that it makes more sense. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to actually check out this sample document. I actually wrote assignment 2 so that you know exactly what I'm looking for. So I've created a sample paper. The only thing that's slightly different with mine is I have a tiny bit more non-academic sources than you actually need in your paper. But you know, that's because I wanted you to kind of get a feel for things. So just go ahead and read that. You don't have to read it like super closely, but you're going to feel a lot more confident about what I'm asking you to do now that you have a sample. All right. So that might take a minute. I also really want to make sure that you read this kind of recap that talks about what is needed in an annotated bibliography, right? So what's needed in the first paragraph, and really kind of make notes of the kinds of things that I'm doing in that sample assignment that I want you to keep in mind. One of those key things is practicing giving the authors agency in your write-up. So just kind of read this, even though it's a lot of text. I promise you it is super duper going to help you. All right. Yeah. So then in task 3, the next thing is you're going to do is you're actually going to practice drafting an annotated bibliography entry for the Tobin et al. Piece. You're actually going to only focus on the first paragraph of the annotated bibliography entry, and the reason for that really is because you don't know what you're writing about for assignment 3 yet, and I don't expect you to. This is just really started, so I just want you to practice this. So think about this as a really rough draft of an annotated bibliography that you might end up like an entry that you might end up using in assignment 2. Okay, so practice writing that, just that first part, so you're identifying the thesis, and then 2 claims that Tobin et al. Make in their paper or in their article, and then an example for each one of those claims in terms of how they back it up. And that's it, right? So once you've done that, I want you to actually head over to Slack and just copy and paste your practice entry as a post. And then I want you to read and respond to at least 2 of your peers' posts and give them feedback on their entry. And remember that when you're giving them feedback on your entry, what I'm expecting you to do is use mine as a model and make sure that they're doing all of these handy dandy things that I explain, right? Because I'm really walking you through what I'm looking for. And so when you're offering feedback, keep those things in mind, all right? Yeah, so the very last thing is that you're going to go over here. You're going to make your practice writing count. You're going to go to this template. I've actually created a template for you for the assignment 2 research proposal and annotated bibliography. So you'll copy this and paste it into a new document. Make sure that you label it as a draft, just so that you have that. Cool. And then you're going to copy and paste that practice entry that you just made in Slack into your assignment 2 template that you created for yourself, just so that you've already got like a little fraction of something drafted that you might use for assignment 2. So that is what we're doing in class, okay? For homework, I want you to submit assignment 1 to the Google Drive folder. And that, my friends, is the only homework that you have, okay? Because I want you to be able to focus on that. All right, cool. Let's have a good day in class.